That had me stressing. I thought it was like 10 minutes late, dude. I thought we just weren't gonna get it tonight. I was so sad. Okay, last minute prediction. I think pretty much every character kind of has like a worst case scenario. I think we're gonna at least see one of those, like maybe Grima, Brave Robin, or something like that. I really think we'll just see at least one, or only one.
Flap, 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 flap. Flap, 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 flap. Flap, flap. Faye. Hello, summoners. I'll be announcing today from this
Wait, T.
lovely venue. Faye, Faye. It sure is warm and cozy here. Now then, I, Faye, have gathered some fantastic news for you summoners.
About time.
Let's get started with our special Choose Your Legends edition of Faye Channel. First up,
I did 8 months for this.
ta-da!
Let's go.
The Choose Your Legends Round 8 heroes have arrived. And of course, these heroes are Choose Your Legends versions of themselves. Now, let me introduce them.
Such fine clothes.
Oh,
I couldn't.
no green.
Though, I suppose they're necessary if I'm to stand next to the...
It's still kind of rough, honestly. It's just male Violet, or male Brave Violet's clothes, but a female Brave Robin. I mean, it wasn't the worst case scenario, right? It's not Grima, but,
Exalt.
It's Robin, who plays second in the women's division. She continues to impress as Elise's star tactician. And what a majestic outfit! Her elaborate shirt and stately cloak emit a real sense of dignity, don't you think?
It's a nice outfit, but come on. This is kind of lazy.
A fitting look for Crom's war counselor. Robin's weapon skill is Exalt's Tactics.
Come back to that.
Its main attribute is that it bestows Divine Vein Ice on spaces 2 spaces away from her after she finishes her action.
Your orders.
This ice is an obstacle that only her allies can traverse. But since it's an obstacle, it'll break when it's attacked. Oh, and you can still take damage from attacks while you're on top of this Divine Vein, so perch with caution.
Here to help.
Her B skill,
Sounds
according
pretty
to
good.
plan, inflicts penalty effects on groups of foes while granting Canto to herself and nearby allies.
I planned for these
Her
things.
C skill, Creation Pulse, reduces her special cooldown count based on the penalty effects inflicted on her foe before the first attack during
Just as I
combat.
planned.
In addition, according to plan, also reduces her foe's stats and increases her damage dealt based on the number of bonus effects she has and the number of penalty effects her foe has.
Yeah, okay.
How many
Another
foes
Zerban
have
over.
tasted my blade? Too many to count.
11
And I
swords.
assure you, there will be more to come.
It's Felix, who placed second in the men's division.
Wait, that's actually so hype, dude. I just saw some fan art earlier of a really similar looking Felix. The guy who drew that is popping off right now. He's going crazy. I know he is.
Faye! Feast your eyes on the outfit of a sword savant who has mastered his study of both swordsmanship and reason. That notched sword in his hand is a Levin sword. And with it, no one will stand a chance against Felix.
That's wild. We actually got the Levin sword, but it's not on Robin.
His C skill, Endless Tempest,
see.
grants him 1 extra space of movement at the start of the turn.
Huh.
If he moves before attacking, he nullifies foe stat bonuses. Plus, his stats increase based on the number of spaces he moved.
What now?
These effects also trigger if a foe moves before attacking Felix.
Okay.
His weapon skill, New Levin Sword, increases stats during combat and reduces
Huh? Cooldown count -2? Oh no.
his special cooldown count by 2. This magical weapon can be effective against foes with high defense and allows him to counterattack from a distance.
Yeah, so he can loop Ghost with like Times Pulse or something, unless he has it in his preference skill, which he might. He could run like Ether, like Goose Ring, and he's probably gonna prefer his personal skill. Let's just think.
And he can take extra actions with his B skill, Lone Wolf. Should he continue to defeat his foes, or should he retreat? I sense new strategies on the horizon.
What?
So, what do you think? Do I look fancy?
Aww, it's Bernadetta, winner of the women's division.
Great.
She appears as a bow knight. She's looking mighty strong in that purple armor that matches the color of her hair. Bernadetta is a talented archer, and I, for one, can't wait to be dazzled by her acute bowmanship. Her C skill, Paranoia, projects her own penalties onto her foes.
Oh.
On top of that, she grants her nearby allies Paranoia too, making them more powerful if they lose just a little HP.
Yo, that's pretty good actually.
That weapon in her hand is the Inexhaustible. If she initiates combat or has an active bonus effect, her stats will increase during combat. Plus, she deals more damage based on her speed.
Okay, I'm gonna do
Her
it.
special, Curved Shot,
Sorry,
reduces
but this
damage
is
dealt to
war.
her in certain conditions, and increases the damage she deals with her special based on her foe's stats.
Okay.
Other allies can inherit this special too.
Oh, wait. Oh. I thought that was a personal skill for some reason.
I will work every day to be a king worthy of your legacy, Father. Please guide my hand.
It's Alfonse, winner of the men's division. He appears this time in Gustav's garb.
Oh, okay.
Aww, he looks so magnificent dressed like his father. Alphonse has grown to inherit his father's will. My heart flutters at the kingly aura that radiates from him. His special,
That's the way.
Makings of a King, can increase his damage dealt. And it also has an effect that empowers great talent, a new type of power-up.
Oh no. What?
The value of great talent is reflected directly in the hero's stats. At the start of turns, and after combat in which Makings of a King is activated,
Of course.
great talent increases. The great talent that is built up does not reset until the end of the map. And if certain conditions are met, he also increases his allies' great talent, thereby adding to their stats too.
What? Is it like Taker's
Not
skill?
only that,
focused now.
but with the effect of his weapon, Majestic Glitnir, Alphonse's defense and resistance increase, and he gets +1 to his movement. His B skill, Reopening, reduces his foe's attack stat while reducing their special cooldown charge by 1. Plus, he does more damage based on his defense. Fei Fei! His weapon skill and special also increase the damage he deals based on his defense, so he can really dish it out. After combat, his A skill, Fortifications, bestows Divine Vein Stone on the area within 2 spaces of him when he ends his turn.
The bow
And
is mine.
if he is on a space affected by Divine Vein, he can counterattack foes who attack from a distance.
What? Isn't this just already better than Stronghold or whatever it's called? It just came out on Aether. Or am I misremembered? I feel like this just kind of looks better.
That's all for the famous introductions. The heroes chosen in Choose Your Legends Round 8 will appear in the new Hero Summoning event in Those We Hope, set to begin on August 16th. This is another special occasion where everyone can summon a focus hero of their choice for free. And they can do this up to 4 times, once after each interval of summoning 40, 80, 120, and 160 times. Fei Fei! Also this year, there will of course be a free summoning event where you can summon a 5-star hero of your choice. Oh, better start thinking about your next pick. The Weave of Fate free summoning event, featuring heroes from the Choose Your Legends Round 6 event, will end on August 30th. If you haven't already, don't forget to take advantage of this free summon. And for the Grand Hero Battle this time...
What?
As a lady, I shall exterminate thy foes with the
Dude, that's crazy. I was honestly hoping to be Pandraeo. I got so close.
utmost elegance. You will face Panette from the Fire Emblem Engage game. She is Tamara's retainer.
Hey, PRF. And we're getting the BST increase, right? The stat increase. So, yeah.
And a royal warrior for Sohm. She works tirelessly to learn how to behave and speak properly for a retainer. Grand Hero Battle Panette Classy Brawler will be available starting August 17th. All of the
I honestly might just plus Tanner just for the sake of it. I have so many feathers and grails I need to spend.
Choose Your Legends heroes are sure plucky, aren't they? They had lots of impressive skills, too. I wonder how they'll make an impact on things. While we ponder that, let's move on. Faye! Starting August 15th, you'll be able to power up your heroes more times with dragon flowers.
Yeah.
Each hero will be able to use them 5 more times. Because of this increase, 1,000 of each type of dragon flower will be up for grabs in the next Forging Bonds.
It's really
That's a
not
total
lot
of 4,000 dragon flowers.
nowadays.
Sounds like your heroes could get quite a bit stronger.
But, I was kind of hoping we'd get we'd be able to earn more over time because kind of have some dragonflower inflation going on. 1,000 really is not that much. Since nowadays you need like 30 for book 1 units.
Faye! What a lovely spread! Faye? Oh, that's right! To commemorate the appearance of the Choose Your Legends heroes, there is a website for you to celebrate with them. It's called Legendary Tea Time. Find out what's brewing by using the link in this video's description. Faye, that's it for today. Faye, Alfonse! I'll take that scrumptious-looking treat. Ugh. Oh, I'm sleepy after eating so much. Now then, I should be on my way. Faye. Faye. Yeah.
Nice. I'll worry about that tea thing later. Okay, I really want to. I really want to look at these. I didn't absorb any of the info actually going through the trailer. It's it's so hard to nowadays. There's so much going on. Okay, slaying. Rally or movement assist skill is used by unit, and if there is no Divine Vein Ice currently applied by unit or allies, applies Divine Vein Ice to spaces 2 spaces away from target after movement for 1 turn, and warp spaces in rival. Wait. Exclude spaces occupied by a foe, strikeable terrain other than Divine Vein, and warp spaces in rival domains. Okay, so I guess if there's already some terrain down, this isn't gonna overlap it. So it's interesting. But it's gonna be a pretty good effect. Really slow down the enemy team. I feel like you can really abuse this in like arena and stuff, honestly. She's a colorless tome, so that's pretty neat. We just still really don't have a whole lot of colorless tomes in the game, all things considered. After Unit X, or after Kanto, at start of enemy phase, when defending in ether raids, there's no Divine Vein Ice. Currently applied by unit or allies. Applies Divine Vein Ice to spaces 2 spaces away from unit for 1 turn. Excluding spaces occupied by a foe, destructible terrain, and war spaces in rival domains. So he's that counts on defense too. Or yeah, it says when defending any threats. Man, that sounds kind of annoying to deal with, but alright. Start of combat, if she's alive, inflicts penalty on foes, attack speed and res equal to 5, plus number of allies within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit times 3, max 14. Neutralizes penalties on unit and neutralizes effects that inflict guard on unit during combat. And also, when special triggers, neutralizes foes, damage reduction skills, or damage reduction effects from foes' non special skills. Okay. Uh, sounds pretty good. I noticed there really wasn't a whole lot of like combat effects in her weapon. Like a lot of it's just Divine Vein Ice. But I mean, I'm sure personal skills gonna help make up for that. She already gets some good things from her weapon. A few things she does get. According to plan, at start of turn, if unit is alive, grants attack speed plus 6 and Canto 1 to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn, and inflicts Hush, Spectrum, and Panic on closest foes, and any foe within 2 spaces of those foes through their next actions. At start of combat, if unit is alive, inflicts attack speed res minus 5 on the foe. Unit deals plus X times 5 damage, max 25, excluding AoE specials, and reduces damage from foes first attack by X times 3, max 15 during combat. X equals number of bonus effects active on unit, excluding stat bonuses, plus number of penalty effects active on foe, excluding stat penalties, and then the whole first attack type. So she's gonna be pretty good support unit. Kind of similar to Brave Robin, like Brave Male Robin, honestly, but gonna be debuffing people too. Sounds they all sound kind of busted. Not gonna lie. I guess it'll be easier to see once they're actually in game, and when people smarter than me actually go through these. Creation Pulse. If penalty is active on a foe, grants attack speed plus 3 to unit during combat. And also, if units attack and trigger unit special, grant special cooldown count minus X to unit before unit's first attack during combat. X equals number of penalty effects active on the foe, excluding stat penalties, max 2. Okay, wow, you can get up to minus 2 just at the start of combat now. That'll really enable some new strats. It'll be interesting to see how that gets used on some other units as well. I think we're probably going to start seeing a little more debuff cleansing and stuff as time goes on. They're really doing a lot of stuff with buffs and debuffs right now, and I feel like we're not too far off from the tier 4 versions of the recovery skills. Yeah, they recover. I think it's the recovery. Yeah, odd and even. Endless Tempest. At start of turn, unit can move 1 extra space. That turn only. Does not stack. If unit or foe initiates combat after moving to a different space, grants a bonus to unit stats equal to number of spaces from start position to end position of whoever initiated combat. Max 3. And neutralizes foes' bonuses during combat. So it's, yeah, that's just a straight upgrade to the Tempest skills, which is nice. I feel like you're not getting a ton of stats, but neutralizing the bonuses is really nice. Plus, obviously, not having to be locked by the, only having it activate on auto or even turns, depending on which one you're using, or having to like use both. Kind of rough. Let's see. Living Sword cooldown count minus 2, man. We've come so far. And I really didn't think Felix would have the Living Sword. Does he not have like a crest weapon or whatever it's called from Three Houses? I don't remember, honestly. Distant counter calculates damage using the lower foe's defense or res. I really like those effects in weapons and Fae, honestly. I think they're fun. I was kind of hoping. And never mind. At start of combat, if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75%, or if number of allies adjacent to unit is less than or equal to 1, grants attack speed, defense res plus 5 to unit, grants bonus to unit stats equal to 15% of unit speed at start of combat, neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge minus X on unit, and reduces foes' damage reduction skills by 50% during combat. And the non-special ones at least. Oh, he has 48 speed. He did it. I had a feeling. I forgot to check the stats. He did it. That's the stat increase. Oh no. Wilp. Who's Robin's actually? I forgot to check. Uh, I assume this is gonna be +6 to these stats, right? Uh, I don't know what buff she's getting it from, but it's +6 to be 47 speed. Okay, 59 attack. Alright. Let's see. Was I? Okay, yeah, I read the weapon. Lone Wolf. This looks wild. There's the Phantom Speed 2.5, whatever, and then if unit has not used or been the target of an assist skill during the current turn, grants another action to unit and inflicts isolation to unit and pair up cohort through their next action in the following cases: A. Unit initiated combat, or B. Unit took action without entering combat. Takes priority over Kanto once per turn with A and B counted separately. Bro. This time next year, things are gonna be so complicated. As if they're not already. Start of combat, if unit is alive, or if number of allies adjacent to unit is less than or equal to 1. Inflicts stats -5 on foe. Deals damage equal to 20% of unit speed. Including when a special is triggered, so that's good. That works really well with Gust. And reduces damage from foes' attacks by 20% of unit speed. Also works really well with Gust. And also when foes attack triggers foes special, reduces damage by 20% of unit speed. Yeah, so he has 48 speed at base, which is insane. And that's definitely going to be his most important stat. Let's see. So, yeah. Bernadetta in the outfit that everyone was expecting, I think. She's 48 speed too! Okay, the Inexhaustible enables Kanto Distant Max 3, accelerates special trigger, effective against flying foes, unit attacks twice, even if foe initiates combat. It's a little. I mean, it's for the best, yeah, but it seems a little odd to include that. Plus, she has a prime skill with those defenses. If unit initiates combat or bonus is active on unit, grants stats +5 to unit. Grants bonus to unit stats equal to 50% of unit speed at start of combat. Deals damage equal to 20% of unit speed. And reduces foes' damage reduction skills by 50% during combat. Curved Shot, which is the new inheritable skill. Boosts special damage by 30% of the greater of foe's speed or defense. Okay. If unit or foe special is ready, or unit or foe special triggered before or during this combat, and if unit can attack during combat, it reduces damage from foe's next attack by 40%. Okay, we actually see her just kind of body and IQ, which is neat. Hopefully, well, hopefully anybody who gets curved shot can do that, because that'd be great. The more eye killers in the game, the better. Let's see. Alphonse looks crazy, honestly. For a split second there at first, I was worried because I saw his stat line. And I saw, like, he's a slow melee cav. and those usually don't last super long. But I think he's gonna be an exception to that. Boost damage by 30% of units' defense, plus defense great talent when special triggers. Reduces damage from attacks during combat by a percentage equal to 40 minus 10 times current special cooldown count value. What? At start of turn grants attack defense raise great talent plus 2 to unit and attack defense raise great talent plus 1 to allies within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit. After combat, if unit special trigger grants attack defense raise great talent plus 4 to unit and attack defense raise great talent plus 2 to allies within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit. The skill grants max of grant talent plus 20 for unit and plus 10 for allies. Great talent adds value of great talent plus X to specified stats until end of battle. Max value of X is determined by the stat reaching the limit of 99. Each stat calculated separately, stat increases are not treated as bonus effects. That is gonna be wild in Grand Conquest, man. But yeah, that sounds pretty awful to play against. Can't wait to play against Ike with Emblem Ike with plus 10 attack, defense, and res. We'll see if Bird of Death is one round of them then. that does not look like a fun mechanic. I'm worried. Okay, for the weapon. Enables Kanto Distant plus 1 max 4 and Slaying. At start of turn, if there is an ally within 3 rows, 3 columns centered on unit, grants defense res plus 6 to unit for 1 turn, and unit can move 1 extra space. And also, if unit special cooldown count is at its maximum value, grant special cooldown count minus 1. If unit initiates combat, or if there is an ally within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, grants defense res plus X to unit, inflicts defense res minus X on foe. X equals 5 plus number of allies within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit times 3, max 14. Deals damage to 10% of unit's defense, excluding AoE specials, and reduces damage from foes' attacks by 10% of unit's defense during combat. And also, when special triggers, neutralizes foes' damage reduction skills from their non-special skills, excluding AoE specials. If unit initiates combat, or if there's an ally with a 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit after combat, if unit's max special cooldown count is at its maximum value, grant special cooldown count minus 1. That's really nice because, Cav units can't learn all those pulse skills. And reopening. At start of combat, if unit is alive, inflicts attack minus 5 on foe, inflicts special cooldown charge minus 1 on foe per attack, deals damage equal to X% of unit's defense, and reduces damage from foes' attacks by X% of unit's defense during combat, excluding AoE specials if unit can make a follow-up attack, or if unit triggers the unit attacks twice effect X equals 10, otherwise X equals 20. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's really good fodder for a lot of the slower calves as well. The slow melee calves, dude, they've been left in the dust by IS. IS has shown them no love. And Alphonse is bringing them good fodder and honestly good support too. Let's see. Fortifications. Attack minus 5. Defense res plus 7. If unit is in a space where Divine Vein effect is applied, unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range. If unit initiates combat, grants defense res plus 6 to unit and reduces damage from foe specials by 10 during combat. If unit has entered combat during the current turn and unit X, or after Kanto, applies Divine Vein Stone to unit space and spaces within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Okay, so wait. If units enter combat during the current turn after unit X, applies that. Okay. So you can attack, get it applied. Uh, and then in the following turn you'll have the divine vein set up so you can uh, counterattack from a distance. I'm not the biggest fan of distant counter or like yeah distant counter stuff being tied to some sort of effect, just because it doesn't really end up being super consistent a lot of the times. But I guess we really don't have any sort of good way of clearing out divine veins other than just setting up a different one, which should still activate the distant counter effect in the skill. Except for like the ice ones, I guess, but I don't know. Well, I guess if you're standing on the ice, I assume it prioritizes the combat. Like, you can't break the ice if there's a unit standing on it. Like, surely that's how it works. And then the spark, I'm probably gonna just go for like the super cheap spark for the sake of saving orbs. Maybe, uh, it'll be what 135 orbs because we get the free summon and then we get the tickets as well. So the first spark's gonna be pretty cheap. Plus, we always get to pick a free hero for ourselves. So you kind of get half the banner for free. I don't know. I feel like Alphonse is probably the one I want the most. Just like going off of first impressions, he seems kind of insane. Just being able to give your allies and himself raw buffs during a map is pretty insane. Uh, he kind of seems like the hardest to skip at everyone on here, honestly. But they all look like really good units and pretty good supportive units as well. Hope I didn't miss anything back there. We got Panette. I know a lot of people thought it was gonna be Rodrigue or maybe Stefan. I think was the other popular choice. Dude, I've been wanting Pandreo in the game for a while now, and I was thinking, what if they actually added Pandreo as the GHB? And man, that should have been my prediction at the start of this. That would have been. I was so close. Let's see. I don't think we actually get to see her stats though.
She is
Oh no, we did. Okay. 49 HP, 64 attack, man. 41 speed, 35 defense, 24 res. Okay, then she has a boost skill, Panic Smoke 3, Dragon Fang, and a personal weapon, thankfully. It's gonna be the first Grail unit of this book, or this, well, the new stat increase. So our Grail units are gonna be scored a bit higher from now on. So it should work. And yeah, 1,000 Dragon Flowers. So yeah, this is gonna be a really crazy banner. I think this is gonna have a pretty massive effect on the meta as well as like the game going forward. Honestly, like the stuff that Alphonse in particular introduces is insane. Yeah, and also basically confirms we're gonna get take your skills at some point because what he does is basically like a almost omni taker. He just doesn't have speed taker, which he doesn't need. He just drops his speed. Don't worry about it. He could probably work well with Summer Hood for that frozen effect, but yeah.